Greetings and welcome to From the Basement Raw. Why is this raw? Because this is completely totally off the cuff. There's no script for this. I was not expecting to make this video. And this one's not going to be edited, interrupted, or anything else like that. So dogs bark, phone rings. I'm not going to cut it out. This has the potential of being a little bit rough. So why am I doing this? Occasionally I do these when I run into something that it's beneficial to show unscripted. Debugging is one of those things that when I come across a good debugging scenario, I like to record it. Because debugging really is almost an art, sort of a mixture between an art and a science. Now, unless you have 1.3, there's Game Studio 1.3, there's no point in watching this any further. The debugger for Studio 1.1 and 1.2 sucks. There's no polite way of putting that. It was horrible, unwieldy, difficult to use. Bleh. I'm so happy with this new debugger that we have in 1.3. So, what's the problem? We've got disappearing moons. Now, rather than try to actually play through the game, I am going to, actually, first things I'm going to do is I am going to disable my sound, because I don't need to be having sounds played while I am trying to debug this out. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take level 3 here, I am going to duplicate it, and then I am going to drag that duplication up to the top, so that way that's the first room that's ran. So if I hit play, it should just immediately jump into that one room. There we go. I'm also not going to worry, score, whatever. Not going to worry about that. That's not what I'm debugging. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 moons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 asteroids. Let's just run this a couple of times to verify that I'm going to get the bug in this room. So everything goes off the screen. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm getting the bug right away. That's good and bad, I suppose. And the really baffling part about this is since they're all supposed to be using the same template, shouldn't be possible for this to happen. So let's rev up the debugger. Now to get into the debugger, instead of hitting the green play button or hitting F5, you hit the orange red-ish button or press F6. And actually, I forgot the number one rule. When you start seeing weird behavior in GameMaker, do a clean build. So that's actually what should be my first step. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of the debugger here. I'm going to click on this Clean Project, Asset, and Cache Compiler. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and say do a clean build. And run it. And basically what that does is it forces it to recompile everything. So it's going to take it a moment because it's got to recompile all the sound effects. And let's see if this fixes it. So it's a little bit difficult to see. Oh, nope, I lost a moon already. At least it looks like it. See here. Yeah. I have lost a moon already, so cleaning the build did not fix the problem, so we indeed need the debug. Now the debugger is going to look a little bit intimidating at first, but it's really not that bad. This is also where I really wish that I had multiple monitors, but that wouldn't record well anyways. So looking at this, I've got my game screen running here, and let's see, okay, yeah, I've got that done. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it. So if I hit the pause button, that causes the studio window over here, the game to actually pause. It will no longer update. Over here, I have got my objects. So I can see, my moons, my spec moons, all of this information here I have available to me. Now these are my objects. Now, what I want to do here is I want to. No, I think I'll hold on for that. I could set breakpoints here to monitor things. I don't want to set breakpoints quite yet. Now these are my objects. These aren't my actual instances. So for that, I am going to need to find what my instance is. So let's see here. I mean, actually, I'm going to need to unpause this. And I'm still getting used to this new debugger. There we go. And let's see here. First problem is figuring out where they've moved my instance IDs to. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this again, and let's see here. Here's my moon outside. I'll go ahead and put a breakpoint here. So I'm going to say debug, toggle breakpoint. And let's see here. That's my source locals. Expand this to see if there's anything else on here. There used to be a way of getting all of your instances that are currently in use. It seems like they have moved that someplace else now. Let's just go ahead and hit the play button. And okay, that makes sense. I got a break-in on that. And let's look, okay. Instance 1005, moon, built-in variables, x, y. Okay, those parameters are within reason, so I'll hit x, y. Yep, that works. Again, remember 480 would be the bottom, so okay, that works. Play. 605, 64. We went off the other edge of the screen, it looks like. And interestingly enough, there you go, there's 104 that just triggered. And oh, how very interesting. I've lost all my moons now. But I haven't lost any of my asteroids. This is a very peculiar bug. Now, I know I did say I wasn't going to edit anything out, and I'm not going to edit anything out, but I do need to pause the recording for a moment, because I really need to figure out where GameMaker tucked away bringing up a list of all of my instantiated objects.